I would actually love to run with Keely Hodgkinson at 600. We're good friends, but it's a bit far, so I have to think that through really well.
Femke Bol really did just say that. So after the 100-meter race between Mondo Duplantis and Karsten Warholm, there's been a lot of talk in the track and field world about other possible matchups, with Mondo himself even throwing out a Sydney showdown over the 400 that I did a recent video on. And right before Brussels Diamond Week, the final Diamond Week of the year, when asked about who she would like to race, Femke Bol threw out a new proposal, racing Keely Hodgkinson, the 800-meter gold medal winner, over the 600 meters. Now, I think this is an interesting proposal for a lot of reasons. The 600 is a distance that is obviously right between the 400, which is something Femke Bol's run, although usually over hurdles, and the 800, which is Keely's specialty. The thing is, the 400 and the 800 require pretty different metabolic systems to be good at. The 400 is a sprint, albeit arguably the longest of ones, whereas the 800 turns more into a distance race, albeit there's still a large anaerobic component to it. I do think we get a better idea of who would win this race if Keely hadn't been forced to shut down her season after the Olympics due to an injury and had raced the 400 meters in Berlin, as they could have had a great indicator of her raw speed right there. She does have the 600-meter indoor world record, and it should be noted that 800-meter runner Mary Mora has the 600-meter world record, although she's a very quick 400-meter runner herself. So for Femke, I do think this is an interesting proposal, and it's also good to hear she is good friends with Hodgkinson, as they are two huge European talents in athletics. I do like how Mondo threw out the idea of a 400 versus Femke after he talked about racing McLaughlin Lebrone.
But if I had to do one, I guess it would be a 400 versus Fem. That would be kind of nice. But I've never ran a 400, never ran past like 150 meters, so it would probably be pretty tough.
He did say he's never really run that far, and the 100 against Karsten took more out of him than he thought.
It took more out of me than I thought it was.
So the battle between Mondo and Femke may have to wait for a while, and I do think that these exhibition races, while very, very cool, should definitely be more of a rarity. I love the intrigue and the unique matchups, but they do in some sense hinder athletes competing in disciplines where they are the best in the world, and obviously that's the spirit of athletics. But I do love the intrigue surrounding the events as we get used to the same matchups across disciplines, and this really does help spice things up. If you enjoy athletics coverage like this, be sure to like and subscribe as we go into the Diamond Week. I'll see you in the next one.